Here we have our pufferfish, and we are at the end of round 10, so we're getting ready to crochet the lips. And I just wanted to show you a couple ways to do that. So I start here at the corner of the mouth, so you can kind of open it a little bit and see just kind of one stitch over there from the mouth. We're going to start here, inserting our hook, and we're going to use our primary color that we used for the top. We're just going to pull through a stitch or a loop there and chain, and then go right back through that stitch and single crochet. And we're just going to pull this one just a little tighter there. Okay, then we're going to keep going. So that was one. We're going to do a second stitch over, and then a third stitch, fourth, and then one more so that we are coming a little bit past the mouth here. So we're going to 5 across the top. Now we're going to go down one right here. Now here's where you have a couple options. We can either go straight into the chain of the mouth, or we can go down one more. So here, as the pattern states, I have it to go right into the chain, so you can see that it's a little bit thinner there at the top, because you only have one stitch, of course, instead of going through two. So per the pattern, you go in through there, one. We're going to go in one more. See how kind of loose, not really loose, but you're only going through one stitch, so it doesn't feel secure. It is, but there's two along the bottom, and you can kind of see how tight the mouth is going to be. Sorry, I was out of frame there. You can go down one more stitch along the side and then go down that row. So I'll show you here instead of pulling it out. So our third stitch would go into this chain right here. You could go, sorry, the chain is up here. Okay, see that? We could make it a little bit more sturdy and go down here into the next round, and it'll open up this mouth just a little bit more. So that is up to you. I wanted to show you both ways. We're going to continue into the chain part. There's 3, 4, and we've got one more to get over to the side, so that's 5. And then we're going to go up 1, and it's going to come into that same stitch we started at. If we went down 2 stitches, you'll obviously go up 2 stitches. Then we're going to chain into our starting single crochet stitch. Oops, I didn't get through both stitches there. There we go. So we're going to slip stitch there, cut that off, pull through. Now when we put these tails inside the body, I want to show you what not to do. So we're not going to go directly through the mouth right there and stick our hook in. First of all, this is the outer one, the one we ended with. So we're going to kind of slip it through that next stitch there. And then I go just kind of in the lip. See how I'm in more of a stitch there? And just insert that inside and pull tight. Same thing with this one. We're going to not go just directly into the mouth. We're going to find a stitch inside this lip, so it's more through the body, and just stick it through. Now we're going to find those 2 tails and tie them together, making sure they're pretty tight there. And then you want to cut off the tails right at the base, because otherwise you're going to get fuzzies and things in the mouth, or the tail's gonna come straight through the mouth. So there you have it. Then you're gonna take your eyes and we're going to put them inside here. Now you can kind of put them wherever you want. I like to have them right between the two color changes here, right beside that mouth. Same on this side. We have that there. If you don't like using safety eyes for stress balls, certainly sew them on, embroider them on at this time. And I have a tool, this one here. It's a Klein tool plier. It's got a sharp edge there that's flat. Now, these aren't really that pointy, but for really pointy safety eyes, this is what I use. I'll come here and cut off the backs to flatten them. I know some people melt the backs a little bit. I don't have time for that. I've only had 2 stress balls pop in the last 2 years, and what was funny was they happened the same exact day. But there you have it. So we've got our mouth and our eyes, and we're ready to continue on.